la ciencia.
Nella ciencia. Guys, I was praying that the computer didn't break down yesterday, but it looks like it's not going to. During that interview I had with the lovely Jasmine, and it's so good to just gossip. It's so good to gossip. But we got a lot of stuff to cover today. I don't know if we're going to keep up, because I wanted to let you guys know what's been going on with the whole H3 Ethan Klein update. I don't know if we're going to have time to get to that. We might. I want to do some deep diving into that. Okay, so let me explain to you. The first thing we're going to talk about is the app. Okay, so those of you who are not familiar, there was an app called the T app. It was created by a gay man who was looking out for his mom, was so, upset with the fact that she was, coming across a lot of scammers, a lot of catfishers, a lot of men that were like criminals and had very violent records. So it came from a good place. Okay. So this is one of those situations that did came from a good place, but it turned really bad really quickly. And I think one thing I can say is that the Facebook page, Are We Dating the Same Guy, reigns supreme because Are We Dating the Same Guy Facebook page may be catty, but it ain't messy. It ain't messy. And so I just want y'all to know, okay, Pearl's boyfriend is a tater. He was watching you recently. Oh, Lord. Which one, Lily? Which one was he watching me on? I hope he wasn't watching the one yesterday. I hope he wasn't watching the one yesterday. So I'm gonna show y'all something. Can you see? Oh, let me get off of here. Let me get off of here and let me go on to the alerts. So this is my Patreon. He posted a screenshot of your live stream, but no title on it. What he did? Do I have to unblock that so and so? He wants me to unblock him, and I was gonna unblock him to challenge him about his about him, saying he's not black. But damn, I don't feel like getting into no daggone back and forth right now. Like, I don't have the time. Like, that whole situation yesterday, that took a lot of my time, baby. I was not, although I was winning, I was not happy. This is the reason why. Hold on, let me show y'all something. If y'all see me do this on my thing, right? If y'all see me, hold on. If you see me do something like this, where if you see me going after one of my enemies, you can do one of the three things. 1, sit back and watch me cook. 2, join along. 3, stay out of it if you don't like it. I have a heavy block hand, and a few of you realize that today because you violated rule number 3. And if you see that you can't comment on here, it's because I don't want to hear it. I'm not going back and forth. I'm not that blocking is part of free speech. I don't support free speech. Everybody who knows me knows I don't support free speech. Okay? You can't say anything you want on my channel, and you can't say anything you want on my thing. Anyway, if you see me going after one, so this was August the 7th. I just didn't feel like it. Cause what was I doing? I was going after somebody. Who was I going after? I don't even remember. Oh shoot! I need to do this with the. Oh freak! Hold on, guys. I gotta remember to do this. I gotta upload. Hold on. Dang, I forget. I forget. I gotta edit this. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I gotta edit. I gotta download and edit the Twitter space for my Patreon. Okay, there we go. I don't know who I was going after, but when you follow me, or if you follow me, and you see him going after somebody, and you don't like the way I'm going after them, mind your damn business. Like, straight up mind your business. I hate when, let me tell you what I do. When you pop off at me, like, I'm sorry, but blah, 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 and you don't have to, first thing I do is I take my sensor and I see, is this person following me? 9 times out of 10, they're following me. 9 times out of 10, they're following me. Then I go through their profile real quick, and then I block them. Or if it's somebody who's probably, I've been like, who had a longevity with me, I'll end up cussing you out, or I'll basically put you in check. That's my 2 methods. If you have history with me, some people be on their period, you know what I'm saying? Or some men that ain't full come and sperm and stuff like that, and they can't get it out. They can't release the pressure, so then they say something stupid to me. You know what I'm saying? And then and the next thing you know, I'm like, okay, well, what in the hell is going on with these people? And so I just let them go. You know what I'm saying? I'll say something to them. I'll say something to them, and then I will like move about my business. So it's like I'm giving them a, I guess you could say, a warning, and then I go about my business. So I give them a warning and I go about my business. And if they, after that warning, don't worry about that, that shizzle. I'm surprised y'all didn't ban him. Here's the thing. He's the dumb one because he waited 20 minutes to say that just to get banned. Okay? He waited 20 minutes just to say that, right? I don't really give a shit about my numbers. I'm not trying to push my channel like I used to. I'm so on to other things. I'm going to come back and start pushing my channel. But right now, I'm just doing my live stream. I'm happy if I have 10 people. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I know what makes a YouTube channel successful, and I know what doesn't. Like, a lot of people are more, they care about the views. I don't give a shit. Dude, I know how it is to get views. Trust me. So, that's what happens. So, you'll see me do this, and I'll just go after whatever. So anyway, so on the T app, but hold on a second. I can never remember his name. Lily, what is Pearl's boy toy name on Twitter? I can never remember his damn name. I swear he does not have an easy name for me to remember. Okay, thank you. What a dumb name. Nuclear. Nobody remembers this. Women delaying marriage. You're not going to marry Pearl. What the hell are you talking about? This is what I'm saying. I think he be baiting. He be baiting people like me, dude. You know I'm going to come after you. But I'm not, though. What am I talking about? I don't have time like that. I ain't got time like that. Tell me something. Women delaying marriage are playing a collective game of chicken in order to avoid wasting any more of their youth and fertility on their husbands. They're absolutely necessary. Where is your wife? Why aren't you married to Pearl? We know you never gonna get married. Okay? We know that ain't gonna happen. Told ya I don't want these two to break up. Just like I told Jasmine. I said I want to be 8 years from now and be like, bitch, you still so ugly, your eggs drying up that your boyfriend, your boy toy of 8 years still ain't married your ass. Your body count being high is more important than hers being low. Your body, okay. I can't believe Jasmine said he looks like he's in his. Do you understand the power of Pearl's ugliness? She said, bless her heart though, right? She said, oh, I thought he was in his mid-20s. I was like, what? That's because he's sitting beside Pearl. I was like, that's because he's sitting beside Pearl. I was like, when you sit beside Pearl, how all of y'all look early. Oh, wow. Holy shit. What the fuck is this? Okay, I'm sorry. I feel like a bully. Let me stop. Actually, I'm gonna click off. I'm clicking off. I just clicked off. I feel like a bully. He's not in his 20s, Anglo. He's 36. I really feel like a bully. I'm not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I go after fucking Pearl. because he's so goddamn soft. This y'all want to know why I don't like attacking him too much? Because he doesn't fight back. I hate that shit. He doesn't like he'll cat off at other people. He'll be doing that shit with me. But then again, I got him blocked because he defended Pearl before he decided to stick his dangalang in her. Ew. I'm so sorry for saying those words. No, Kim, what happened? Hold on. Let me explain about the 20s thing. Hold on. Let me explain. So last night, my girl and I have our AMA. We haven't had an AMA in 2 months. So during the AMA, she didn't know that Pearl had a boyfriend. Because I was telling her that I am so mad that I have been online, calling out these women pretending to be hoes. And what happened is that Milo released a chat that had it had all of the how do I stop this? It had all of the quote unquote top influencers. I don't know why Pearl included Matt Walsh and Shoe on Head on here, but this kind of went semi-viral on the right. And so I was telling her, because she was running a little bit late, and I said, girl, no problem, I'm over here getting all the tea on some of these women I don't like. And so this was some of the tea. And so I was telling her, I said, we were talking about Pearl, and I said, these people don't know Pearl loves black men, right? So she wants to deny that her boyfriend is black because she want to say Dominican, and Dominican is not a race. And I understand that the millennials and the Zoomers, and probably more likely Generation Alpha, don't know the difference between ethnicity, race, and nationality. Okay. So she said, boyfriend? She has a boyfriend? I said, yeah. And so she goes on her phone. She gets on her phone and she puts in Just Pearly Things boyfriend. And the famous picture of him and her sitting on the couch somewhere pulls up, and she said, oh, he looks young. I said, because she's sitting beside Pearl. She said, how old is he? Is he in his mid-20s? I said, no, he's 36. And I said, he only looks young because he's sitting beside Pearl. I said, but if you see him sitting beside himself, he looks his age. I'm not going to say he looks old, okay? But I'm saying he looks young because of Pearl ugly old ass. All right? No, Spitfire. Don't even lose no respect for Shoe. Shoe has nothing to do with this. Don't even lose respect for Shoe. Shoe had absolutely nothing to do with what's going on in this damn chat. That's Pearl's doing. So I tried to get a chance to send her a picture of him by himself so she can realize he is not mid-20s. But we never did get a chance to get into that. We never did get a chance to get into that. So that's what happened. So he doesn't look like he's in his mid-20s, except when he's sitting beside Pearl, except when he's standing beside Pearl. Pearl looks way older than him, even though he's 8 years old. 8 years older than him. Okay. So that's how the whole thing. So we are not, me, the chat, nobody is saying that he looks mid-20s. It was a mistake on our girl Jasmine because he was sitting beside Pearl, which made him look younger. But I've always said this. I said sitting beside Pearl, standing beside Pearl makes him look better and younger. But when he by himself, whoa! Oh, 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 oh. Ruff! Ruff, 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 ruff. Oh God. Okay, so anyway, I don't really want to get into this. This is there's so much to talk about, and I don't really want to get into this, right? So, a lot of shit happened on the 8th, and so this is what you'll do. You'll see me post some stuff, and for it to like for this tweet alone to get 31,000, that's just too much attention, because I'm like, oh my God, I don't have time to be online like this. So I posted this one to deflect away from it, and it did a little bit. Now, today I had no choice but to. This is a true story, chat. This is a true story right here. This right here is a true story. I just spent 2 minutes trying to open a jar of ragu. All right, with no success. I gave the jar to my husband, who opened it in seconds. You gotta appreciate male strength. I admit, you know what I'm saying? Can I step back and just appreciate men for a second? Because I am strong. That's why it took me 2 minutes to try to open it, because my ego was like, you could do it, girl. You could do it. You know how to do this. This ain't shit. I hit the bottom of it. I tapped the top on it. Nothing. Then I give it to my husband. He just opens it like it was nothing. Like, oh my God, like absolutely nothing, right? So I was like, damn, I feel sorry for Rachel. Then I said, what am I talking about? Rachel is the one that's opening the fucking jars.
Boom! Headshot!
So then I said, isn't it great that Andrew Wilson also has someone like Rachel to open his jars? Anyway, so this gift was meant. If y'all want to get this gift, all you got to do is go to hit the gift thing when you want to use it, and put Andrew Wilson, and it'll show up. Okay, that's all you got to do. You got to sit here and put. And I was like, I'm so glad it's a gift. It's a gift in thing. Now, there's a lot I can go into on Isabella and her boyfriend. Every day I'm getting new stuff about them, but it's like I gotta have time to sit back and go through everything and put it in a nice, orderly fashion. But I promise you, when I tell you I'm busy, I'm so busy. But anyway, I did talk about the app. I did go over the app. Those of you who are members of my Patreon, if you are at the $10 and up tier, you were in on the live stream where I was reviewing the men. So I got different recordings from different areas. So it's like reviewing the men in Mansfield, Dallas, and Deaton area in Texas. Let me tell y'all something. Mansfield had like damn near 90% of the men in Mansfield had red flags. Laura Loomer spilling tea about what, J. Jim? Don't just, I hate that heifer, so you got to be more specific. Because just because mentioning her name does not make me go on to her. You got to tell me what she's spilling tea about, because a lot of times she's spilling tea about a bunch of nothing. Anyway, so then that's what I was going over. So if you guys are part of my, if you're part of my Patreon for Just Street 401, you will see that live stream. So let's go into the tea thing first. So no, what is this? Okay, let's go on the T thing first. All right. So when it comes to the T app, so let me explain the T app again. So the T app was just an app for women to upload men in their area that they have had experience with, men that they were curious about, and men that they had a good opportunity with. So here's how after going through the entire Manfield, Dallas, and all these other cities, that they had uploaded. This is what I figured out. If you had a green flag, that means you're good to go. Okay, apparently your dingling is good, your sex is good, you're a good spender, you're this, that, and whatever. Drewski was on the app in Dallas. And Drewski had 124 green flags. And I said, why is Drewski on the T app? Drewski was on the T app. Some girl put Drewski on the T app. And all these women were just simping and loving all over him. 124 green flags. Let me say that again. 124 green flags caping for Drewski in Dallas, Texas. So anyway, so if you see a black cup, that is women are saying, what's the T on this guy? What's the T on this guy? What's the T on this guy? So you'll see a guy with a teacup with the number 3 by it. That's 3 women asking, anybody got any tea on this guy? Anybody knowing this guy? Blah, blah, blah. If you see any guy with red flags, and there's guys like got 27, 48 red flags, and then you'll see what they're saying, like he lives with his baby mama and he owes child support to his 3 other baby mama. It's so ratchet. It's white trash meets ratchet. Okay, J Jim. Hold on. What didn't I ask you a question? Now, you better do what I tell you to do. I'm gonna put you in timeout. You said Laura Loomer spilling tea on X. I expect your ass to answer my question, or I'm gonna put you in timeout. You got 2 minutes to explain what the hell you said. You think you thought I was asking that for nothing? Dating Yelp for women. Dating Yelp for white women. Classic. No. Let me just say this. Your average white women are not going to be on this app. But your upper class black women are not going to be on this app either. Okay. That's the difference. 1 minute left, J Jim. Just because I'm talking doesn't mean I'm not counting down. So if you are, so when I was talking about this on my Patreon live stream, I was saying, hey, ladies, Laura Loomer was talking about MTG and maybe Christy Nome. She hinted that someone maybe Nome is okay. That's just stupid. I knew it was dumb. I knew it was dumb. I just knew it was dumb. So, okay. So, all right, you've been saved. So this is what I'm talking about. Like you have a certain caliber of women that would never date these type of men. And so that's what I was showing the women on my Patreon. I was like, ladies, you would never, and by the way, I thought it was mostly black men. It depends on the area, because Manfield was majority white, Dallas majority black, and Arlington majority black, D10 majority black. So I was wrong about it being like mostly like a hood thing for ghetto low class Barbara the Builders and Pick Mishas and this, that, and the other. So it is for your low tier women. Your low tier women will be like, oh my God, that's Tyrone. Oh, what Tyrone doing there on that app? You said you was gonna be my baby daddy. I looked, and I admit there was only one respectful looking man that was on that app, and he did have green flags. But it was only one. Let me just say this. 1 out of 500 men in that area, by the way. 1 out of 500 men in that area. And I'm like, dude, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? So what happened was there's 2 class action suits against the T-App, and there's 3 individual class action suits against the T-App. What has happened was that there was a data breach because they had a link that was unsecure to all of the women that were posting their IDs. You had to post your government ID. This is the reason why when Elon said if you want to continue getting some money for posting, for making posts, you're going to have to submit your ID. I was like, yeah, the hell with that. I'm not doing that. And that's why I just stopped. I stopped participating heavy on X because I'm not giving Elon my government ID. Y'all have to be very careful when people want your government ID. Freaking YouTube don't even have my government ID. And I get paid from there. Not much, but I still get paid. And once a month I get money from YouTube, and I never had to submit no daggone government ID. Why the hell would I do that to Elon? Elon, why would I do that? So, YouTube is going to make every viewer upload ID. Well, they're going to make y'all upload every ID. I don't know about that. I heard people saying that they're going to do that, but we're in America. I don't see them doing that. I don't see them doing that. Okay. So, hold on. Let me finish saying this, and then we're going to go into the video. So, tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of women, because the site had 4 million women as members on there. 4 million verified women was on there. Hundreds of thousands of their, because they got breached twice. So the first time it was like tens of thousands, and then the second time it got breached, it was hundreds of thousands. So a lot of women's actual driver's license are out there on the internet, and somebody created a website. I'm not going to give the website out, but somebody created a website where they took the women and asked them, would you want to date her or a gorilla? Or would you want to date her or a pig in mud? Or would you want to date her or a can of soda? They did a Uno reverse on it. And I am subscribed to It's a Gundam, and he's going to talk about it. So let's watch this.
It's a Gundam!
A digital map showing off where all the users lived. It was called Doxton Tea Party.
What was that?
You know, it's kind of surprising when you look at this, right? Up there are women complaining about men in Alaska. That's kind of crazy because that's the only state where men outnumber women. So
I did not know that. Did y'all know that? I did not know men outnumber women in Alaska. Did y'all know that? Hold up. Who knew that? Now let me tell you something. If you are not, if you don't care about the code, all right, then I guess you could, you can go over there and try your luck. But honey, ain't enough money over there for me to be in no damn Alaska. you couldn't even get me to be in Maine like that. And as far as I'm concerned, Maine is cold. The bear is out fishing. I mean, I thought Maine was. I was like, what? Alaska? What? Okay.
Alaska. That's kind of crazy because that's the only state where men outnumber women. So if you can't find someone there as a woman when the odds are clearly in your favor, there's something wrong with you, I would surmise.
Are you a homosexual?
Obviously, the T app had privacy and surveillance issues, but it's a little on the nose that when women wanted to feel safe while dating men responded by doxing and harassing them. The driver's license leaked today from the app have all been uploaded to a searchable map. This may be the worst IP leak I've ever seen.
It is. Hold on a second. It is. And a part of me is like, hold on a second. I'm going backwards. A part of me was like, oh my God. I know y'all like, well, Tree, they should have never been on the app. No, I'm so sorry, right? I get it. Like, they were on an app to clown men, but the men's driver's license wasn't on the app. I'm just saying, like, I saw the app and I did see not one driver's license. It was just their picture or their Instagram profile, not your driver's license, dude. Like, that's just awful. That's just worse than Ashley Madison. I don't know if you can compare the two because Ashley Madison was for married men to cheat. Wait a minute. Who's worse than Ashley? No, either site is not worse than Ashley because this is about the T app was about men who were either R-worders, had a violent criminal history of assault, battery, SA, and or they, would lie about what they do for a living, blah, blah, blah. This website is basically the women who were on there were being doxxed, and actually they were doxxed for basically verifying that they are women. And so their private information is on this website. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's really, really bad. It's really, really bad. I don't like it. I don't like that their driver's license is on there. So yeah, they have an open and shut case, Lily. I'm sorry. I know people are like, well, those women shouldn't have been on there. Yeah, I don't know if these women were submitting their driver's license just to be nosy. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that all of them that were doxxed was like submitting tea on a guy. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, I am part of the Are We Dating the Same Guy Facebook group, because when one of the girls in the Discord was I don't know which one it was, one of y'all that did it, but they were posting some funny stuff, and I was like, oh, this is so funny. Hey, how do I get a part of this group, right? So, and that was a year ago. Okay? I posted it. Nikki, it might have been you. Nikki, it might have been you. It might have been like Nikki posted something and I thought it was hilarious and I wanted to join the group. I wasn't wanting to join the group to post stuff about no guy. I'm married. I'm over here just to laugh at the cattiness, okay? It just was so funny. So, but Are We Dating the Same Guy? And this is just two different things. I can't say it's the same thing. It's just not. It's not the same. It's not the same.
Women were clearly trying to keep themselves safe on the T app. You got to remember that. They did this by doxing men and calling dudes who rejected their advances homosexuals.
Okay, we've seen this already, but we'll let it play again.
I get on the T app. I used to work with him. He gave me gay vibes. What?
Wellington.
I only worked one job with females, bro. And I was at Olive Garden when I was a server.
Remember I said, but you got a bonnet on your head. I remember I said that. I was like, You got a bonnet on your head. I mean, you just making their case for them.
And the reason why I didn't do none of y'all is because y'all was already all the on the job.
Damn.
Mookie. Good dummy. What's the T? Pink. Dick Little. Can't hold his liquor. Breaths.
See, this is what I'm saying. Y'all would never date a man who would date a woman that would say something like this. Can't hold his liquor. That means he's either sloppy drunk or throws up. Bed on the floor. Bed on the floor. So like, how would you know that if you were not there to basically have sex with him?
Big dollar. Bed on the floor. Oh my God. Alcoholic ass. Not Mookie. Can y'all drop these ninjas? Thank you.
Women were protecting themselves from little dicks and beds on the floor. But how would these women know this unless they were the guy?
That's what I said. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Like, wait a minute. Listen, in my brokest broke times in college, I have never, ever, I'm not saying anything wrong with it when you struggling and surviving, but I'm telling you, I was po when I was in college. I never dated anybody who had a mattress on the floor. Now, did I have a mattress on the floor when I ever in my life? Absolutely. When I moved up here and was waiting, first of all, I was sleeping on one of my best friend's mother's couch. And then I got my first job as a police officer, right? I've been in 2 police departments. So my first job, right? My first paycheck, I was able to rent a studio apartment, and I got an air mattress. And then I went from an air mattress to just a regular box mattress, and then I was able to put it on a frame. Then I was able to get a headboard. You know what I'm saying? I was moving on up, okay? But that was me. I've never dated a guy who had a freaking a mattress on the floor. That was your journey too, Tree? Yeah, I'm like, I was moving, like I was doing that, dude. But I had a good job, so I knew every check I got, I get to upgrade my bed. The last thing I upgraded was dishes. Cause paper plates and reusable eatware that you would get from McDonald's or any kind of buffet, you know, you could reuse those things. So paper plates and all that was easily reusable. Getting curtains was a luxury. I was like, I remember those times. So it's like, dating a guy ever in my life with a bed on the floor? Nah, that didn't happen to me. I can't relate. So you a grown ass woman dealing with you just a pick me. You a Barbara the Builder. And that's why I tell you ladies, these men on this apps, I wouldn't have messed with them.
Don't ask questions.
To dox or to be doxed? That's the question. Then memers online rolled out a 1v1 website called T-Spill, where you were forced to choose between 2 women. Which one was more attractive? I played the game for 2 minutes before I quit. It was horrendous. Many of these women were...
I'm not even gonna play. I'm not gonna pull that website up. It's, you know why? Because I really felt sorry for the women on that site that are there against their will. But then again, isn't it ironic because the guys were on their site against their will? So I don't know. Here's the deal. Like I thought it was like if a guy is just an abuser or whatever. But sitting up here just talking about a sex game, whatever, I don't think that needs to be up on that website. I don't think it needs to be up there. And it's like if these are the dude, ladies, when we were going through on my Patreon, when we were going through those men, by the way, I'm gonna do it every other week. We're gonna go through. I was really tired. I was really tired when I did that live stream, right? When I did this live stream, I was really tired. So, but I had to do it because I was in front of the camera. And so I said, but with a lot of those guys had grills in their mouths and holding stacks of cash. Like $100 bill fans. One guy had a fan in the left hand, a fan in the right hand, and a fan in his mouth of $100. And I said, oh my God, what the hell? Who would date a guy like that? Then you had some of them was sitting there laying in bed with their finger pulling down their lips so you can see all that grill that they got in their dang old mouth. Who date these type of, none of y'all would date these type of guys. None of y'all. None of you.
Criminally unattractive. I felt like I was a normal Cadian soldier going through a warp storm for the first time in 40K. Click on the void you prefer. I wish I screen grabbed some of the choices because you wouldn't believe how bad some of these chop women look. I can't, dude, you have no idea. Which would explain why dating for these women was horrible and no man wanted to commit to them. Let's be real here. Ugly dudes accept and come to grips with how they look. In fact, some of them even use their looks to create a career.
By the way, he is so funny. And I'm sorry. I know he says he's ugly and everybody calls him ugly. But is it a Jedi mind trick that I don't find him ugly? I don't find him gorgeous either. But I don't find him ugly like everybody else. But he's making so much money off of being clowned for being ugly. So joke's on y'all, because this guy is he's close to being a millionaire if he's not a millionaire already.
Yeah.
See, but he does his face like this. He's doing it on purpose. I think he has a nice smile, by the way. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's the ugliest thing in the world.
Women on
He does this all the time on Monkey. He does this all the time. Cause we've seen Pearl hard to do that. Oh God.
the other hand, point fingers at society and men and scream,
so for the male gaze and so over-sexualized.
Shut when you think about
attractive women don't need apps like these. Just like good-looking dudes have no idea what it's like to be breadcrumbed. The app even gave people the option to choose an object.
So this one said wins, losers, okay, a dog, a dog laying on a couch. All right, so it's like they were just doing all of these things against the women. And I was like, oh, this is so terrible.
Rather than one of the women. So, like a lampshade or an empty can of Dr. Pepper has won many rounds on this site. A good time was had by all. Lulls were everywhere. Except for the women that looked like Review Tech USA wearing a wig. Oh, by the way, don't even bother looking for the game. The T-spill is down. It'll probably never come back.
Nope, they killed it.
It was good while it lasted.
I didn't know that. Let me tell you something. The power of women. I know some women. I'm pretty glad that it's them. I don't like those women's driver's license photos and their driver's license like out on their website like that. That's just wrong. So I'm okay with it being gone. I'm okay with
Ripperoni. T, the app that lets women rate men like used cars. What could possibly go wrong? Absolutely nothing, honey.
In the Big 25, who doesn't love a good witch hunt? A little libel, slander, defamation, and character assassination. He combines the worst elements of female digital vigilantism from online forum culture and merges it with the invasive objectification, sadism, and Zuckerberg's face mash. The Facebook precursor that led to Harvard students rank fellow female students' hotness using photos taken without their consent. In the anonymous cruelty of the app, like Yik Yak, XFM, and FromSpring, all of which have been breeding grounds for gossip and harassment. The app allows women to run background checks, reverse image search, and look up phone numbers, as well as advertise men as walking red flags, chivalrous, funny, respectful, pays for a date, and calls back green flag, toxic, jealous, dishonest, and dating multiple women red flag.
Don't women date multiple dudes? Let's just move on.
Very appropriate and necessary for women to have a roster. More accurately, I think it's important for women to rotationally date, meaning they're going on dates with several men.
For a guy that isn't...
I don't have a problem with that. But apparently that doesn't seem like all girls can do that. Either they can't do it, or they're not capable of doing it, or they don't want to do it.
in a relationship to be interested in other girls, that's just cheating. But if a girl who's in a relationship becomes interested in another guy, it often means that she's not getting what she needs to get from that relationship.
Any anonymous...
Why did you play that? Why did you play that dumb helper? That made no sense.
Scorned lover with a grudge and a Wi-Fi connection can now upload photos of a man she wants to vet to the mob of other similarly petty, paranoid women like a human Carfax. A can of worms I can assure women they do not want to open.
Don't worry, they will open. I mean, for God's sakes, female dating strategies has been around forever. This is literally just the phone app version.
A word of warning, I can promise my fellow women, this is a Pandora's box you do not want to open. When these sorts of antisocial tactics are emboldened and excused, any concept of benevolent sexism goes with it. That means no duty of chivalry will be holding men back from weaponizing their own form of reputation destruction against women where it hurts them the most. You've already seen men stew on Twitter. We're not really stewing, we're laughing. Thinking up new retaliatory tech.
Yeah, but I'm telling you something. Every time men, this is the second time that men have put up a website to go against women and it gets taken down. I have to be honest, and I'm not going to lie, even though I'm pro women. Y'all know I'm a girl's girl, right? When women put stuff up to go after men, it stays up there. All right? The only time it's taken down is when you have a data breach like the T app. That's the only reason. If it wasn't for the fact that the T app had faulty security of where they stored those pictures and driver's license, it will still be up. But every time a man put up a website that's going after women, it gets taken down. So yeah, although I'm kind of glad the most recent one was taken down, because like I said, all those women, they just put all of their IDs on that website. I really felt sorry, because I was like, what if there could be lots of those women that are on there that are just being nosy? Like, I'm on the Facebook app thing just to be nosy. I ain't there to contribute.
Proposals for apps that will target women for their reported level of promiscuity.
That would be useful. I'm not even lying. I don't care what anybody says. Take it from me. I've done the research. Do not pursue or try to maintain long-term relationships with women that have high body counts. It does not work.
You'll never know a woman's body count unless she's in the porn industry. I don't understand this stupidity. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I like Mr. Gundam, but he's jaded with women. And he's not bad looking. He's just short and skinny. That's all. And apparently women don't like that in New York. That's not my fault. Why don't you just go to a part of the world where you be like a 10? Because he's not ugly. He's not, I'm telling y'all, he's not ugly. He's just uber skinny. He's just so skinny. And he's just, you know, he's shorter than average. And like, I think he would not have a problem getting a girl, especially an Asian girl. So, you know, but you kind of want different women and they don't want you unless you lead with your wallet. I mean, stop being jaded about that. And by the way, men love hoes. Men love hoes. Men love hoes. Men love hoes. The hell you think the body count gonna do anything? If men didn't love hoes, then why all these corn stars are getting married? Why is Brittany Renner getting divorced from that? I don't even know what that black man name is. What's the black guy? He was legally married to some other pick me, and then he got married Islamic wise to Brittany Renner, and then they got divorced. Kevin Gates, that's his name, Kevin Gates. So I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Hoes win. This is just a cope you guys keep talking all the time. Men love hoes. I'm gonna say it one more time for the people in the back. Men love hoes.
It never works. I am not playing with you. Something inside them breaks after a certain number and they just turn into supervillains.
Where they land on the hot crazy matrix, whether they're lived out or based, these sorts of red flags men look for in women are bound to be the most socially damaging and psychologically poisonous?
What are you talking about? So hot crazy matrix, already pretty based, and I like the term based because it means based in reality. Lived out chicks, they're a pain in the ass. I've done the research. Base women have their own issues, but a whole lot less than liberal chick. But somehow this is psychologically poisonous. How?
Body count, accusations of histrionics or personality disorders. Hell, forget red or green flags. Maybe they'll skip the niceties and go for fatty or not ranking.
I don't see how there's anything wrong. Literally, the guys just go, she's fat or not. I've seen what women said on the T app. It's far worse than this. Men would at least be honest.
It is far worse. I read a couple of few. It is far worse. That's what I said. You can say anything you want to about the Facebook app, Facebook group. They are catty, but they ain't messy. Woo! That was just, oh my God.
To go, oh yeah, she's crazy. Been with her. She did some wild stuff. Almost got me arrested. Have you ever been with a woman that has almost gotten you arrested for being stupid, dude? I have. This is information that's useful. I'm gonna trip out reading this. You can't, of course, the female journalist wants to pretend that a man talking about if a chick has a high body count is psychologically damaging. She did it to herself. The body count made her crazy.
Nobody is saying it's psychologically damaging to have a body count. Wow, It's a Gundam is really sex deprived. Men who are so obsessed with a woman's body count is because they're not getting any sex themselves. Ladies, I want you to always remember this. Men who are getting sex are not obsessed about your body count. They don't care. It's the same as people with money are not obsessed about people who don't have no money. People who are broke are obsessed with other people who got money, or people who are doing their best to try to get that type of money are obsessed with your pockets. It's like the have-nots are worried about the haves. So if you don't have any money, you worried about and constantly pocket watching other people that have. Not everybody. If you are constantly getting sex as a man, you are not worried about women that are also getting a lot of sex for doing absolutely nothing. That's just how it is. And I think It's a Gundam is just like he's just not getting sex. This is the second time he brings up body count.
His cap is.
Ew! Don't look at me!
I'm sorry, I'm like having flashbacks, bro. My dating life was my Vietnam. A woman who worked for the T app came out and did a TikTok admitting there were so many issues behind the scenes it wasn't funny. And of course, the site handled it by silencing her.
My name is Tori, and I used to work for the T-App. I was hired by Sean for their legal department. You'll understand why I say it like that in a minute. Upon sharing my story, another woman has reached out to me saying she had a very similar experience that I had. In fact, I would actually say her experience was worse than mine. And I know some of you are going to be mad just because I worked for the app. I've already gotten threats. I want to clarify a lot of things, and I want everyone to hear me out. Now, I am a victim survivor of domestic violence myself. I work with victims, and I also have experience working as a paralegal. And when I saw the T-App was hiring for the legal department, I felt aligned with their mission. I was told it was to help keep people safe, and it was also to actually look into these claims and what was posted. And it was remote work. So of course I applied. I started working for him. And I honestly would not say that this was legal work. I would not say that this is in line with anyone doing paralegal work anywhere close to it. And I was highly concerned not only on the process, but things that were posted, things that were shared, that were allowed, process that I just did not agree with, and I voiced my concern. Now, again, as someone who works with victims of domestic violence, I do believe that victims should be sharing their stories, and I do think that people should be keeping themselves safe and protecting other people. I do think that two things can be true at the same time, that there are true stories out there, and there's also false claims and spam and hurting people because of a bad breakup.
True. 100%. 100%. And ladies, you don't, listen, you don't need an app like T to do a background check on a guy. Okay? You don't need a app like T to see if he got a criminal record. You can do that for free. As a matter of fact, in our Discord, our all women Discord, in the links area, there is a link for you to click on and just enter his name. Hopefully you got his date of birth. That makes it really easy. That's all you need is his name and his date of birth. You don't even need his address. But if you got his name and his address, that's different. You can probably find out. But either way, you can do a background check if you just got his name, his first and last name. You can see if he is a criminal, a violent criminal at that. You can tell. So you don't have to join this app to find out, oh, is this guy on here? Okay, if you're not going to see if he's not a criminal or anything, you're just probably going there to see like, oh, how many baby mamas he got, whatever. Why would you attract a man that's a baby mama? I don't understand this. Like, what's going on?
When I spoke up, I personally feel that I was retaliated against.
But wait, there's more.
A second T-App breach reveals users' DMs about abortions and cheating. A second major security issue with the women's dating safety app T has exposed much more user data than the first breach. We first reported back this week, with an independent security research now finding out it was possible for hackers to access messages between users discussing abortions, cheating patterns, and phone numbers they sent to another. One user tells another they just discovered their husband was on the app being discussed. I am his wife. Many of the messages say. Another appears to show a woman contacting others about a man she's engaged to. Multiple messages which appear to show women discussing their abortion.
Why would they have a casual...
Yeah, why would they do this? Why would y'all be on that app? You're supposed to be spilling the tea about a guy, not about your own messiness. What in the hell?
Discussion about abortions. That's just weird.
It is weird. It is weird. Like, why would y'all be on the app doing that?
Catalogs between women discovering they are dating the same man, exchanging information such as what car he drives for verification.
That one is kind of commonplace. The amount of women that date the same dude in a city, especially on dating apps like Hinge, is massive. But like, this is what they do. They habitually go for the same guy. Then they find out he's seeing a bunch.
That is true, though. Hold on. Hold on. I can't believe over here defending the men. It's true. You guys see a particular guy. He's showing you, he's leading with his wallet, and like he's saying like, oh yeah, I'll take you out, and he's very sexually aggressive, and you feel the need to give it up because he spent money of like 3 digits on a 4-course meal or a 5-course meal, and then you feel like, well, I love him. Like, why would he be devoted to you? Keep your damn legs closed, ladies. Keep your legs closed. Keep your legs closed. Okay? That's what you need to do.
Massive. But like, this is what they do. They habitually go for the same guy. Then they find out he's seeing a bunch of chicks. And I did it in the last video.
No, Nikki, hold on a second. No, Nikki said the Facebook group has moderators. I wonder if the T app has mods. No, they don't. Nikki, no, they don't. That's what I said when I was looking at all the stuff. It's like, who gets to decide if this should stay up there or not? Who moderates this? Because there was some stuff in there. Like, I was like, oh my God. Girl. When they say it's a doxing app, they were not lying, because girls were putting up their his phone number, his address. Like, it depends on how mad that girl was. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he stay over here at his mama at 365 Loser Lane in Pookieville, Florida. You know what I'm saying? They'll do all of that, right? Like, oh my God, dude. Just, I don't understand. I just don't understand. So.
Just like, yeah, I did it. I did it all my life. I will get away with it. There's nothing you can do. And I'm pretty sure one of the girls are like,
oh, I'll make sure that all the bitches leave, then he'll be all for me.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Oh, I didn't even think about that. You know what I'm saying? They could possibly like put up a guy who's really good, and they'll basically talk smack about him so that they will basically get other women to not date him. But let me tell you something about these type of women that's on that app. The type of women that go for these type of men on that app, they'll say, just because it didn't work out with you doesn't mean it's not going to work out for me. And they will still go after him. They will still go after him. These guys are so low tier. So low tier. Like I said, out of all these men I saw, I was like, there was only one of them who looked presentable. One of them who looked decent. One of them who looked like he's a very respectable man with education, with a very nice vocabulary, articulate, no grill. And I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty good. All right, you know what I'm saying? But that was just one, and he got a green flag. He was not even there to be talked down against. So, not Loser Lane in Pookieville, Florida. So, yeah, I haven't even went. Listen, Aksum, I haven't even went over all of the men in the Patreon group. Like, I only went over the ones that they revealed in Texas. I'll probably do Florida, not this week, but the week after next. And then I'm going to do Chicago and DC. Oh, my God. Doing Baltimore is going to be a headache. Because you know you're going to see a whole bunch of daggone gang members. Yeah, and they posted up so many black men doing gang signs. I was like, what? Okay, that tells me a whole lot.
Bet that's the case. I mean, come on. In this discussion of, oh, I'm engaged to him or I'm his wife, how do we know that's even true? The T-App doesn't really have any vetting. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these chicks were upset and they wanted the chick to leave the dude they liked alone. So like, I'm his wife, you idiot. We're engaged. Well, the T-App is totally done now for sure, because 10 women have sued the T-App after user photos were hacked and leaked online. The lawsuit could result in tens of millions of dollars in damages.
All lawsuits allege that the T-App was neglecting in its data practices and breached a contract with its users.
Which I wouldn't be surprised if they had some sort of loopholes written in there, because these companies think about this sort of crap.
The suit could result in T having to pay tens of millions of dollars in damages to the plaintiffs, which would be catastrophic for the company. The T-App spokesman declined to comment on the law.
I mean, they made that much, though. I mean, they have made that much. So all that profit that they made is going back into lawsuits and lawyers.
Lawsuit. One of the suits listed the right-wing online discussion board 4chan and social media platform X as defendants.
Because these chicks are going to try and sue everyone and anything to get as much money as humanly possible. And if they succeed in it, then they should probably be sued by the men that they posted.
Alleging that they allowed bad actors to spread users' personal information.
What does bad actor even mean?
The day before the breach, users on 4chan had called for a hack and leak campaign. On the day of the leak, a 4chan user had posted a link that the suit alleges allowed people to download the data.
It wasn't even hacked. It was just basically, it was wide open. The whole thing going into that back door, just like Candace's social autopsy. It didn't even have it. The security on it was just as bad.
Base of images, some of which appeared to later circulate on X. On X, users began circulating links to the website called T-Spill that allowed people to rank photos of the women based on attractiveness. X and 4chan did not respond to the request for comment.
So there you go. It just got even worse for the T-app, exponentially worse. And it probably explains why all of those sites and links went down so quickly. Because technically, it was kind of wild. Funny, but wild. I mean, I hate to be like this because I don't want to defend companies because I think they suck. But some of these women are stupid. It was a free phone app. And these women said, "Oh, you want a selfie of my face and my driver's license? What could go wrong?"
Terrible, dude. Let me show y'all how this was so bad. There is a website called FetLife. FetLife is for everybody who's into DNS or BDSM or anything dealing with kink, right? I've been on that site for years, ever since it started, right? So I'm one of the OGs on there. So they all of a sudden says if you want your account to be verified, you can still be on the site if you don't want to be verified. But if you want a check mark, which is free, to show you that you're verified, you have to do one of three things. You have to show your ID and put it right by your face. I didn't do that. They said, or you can take the camera and you can have it just show your driver's license. I didn't do that. The third option was they send you a random number through the email that's registered with the site, and you have to write that number on a piece of paper and you put it by your face and take a picture of it instead of your driver's license. I did that. I went that route. And I didn't have to, but child, please, why not? I've been on that. I feel like I love legacy. I love being on something that there was nothing in the beginning and then all of a sudden it's so huge now, decades later. But you don't have to do it. But they give you an option not to put your government ID on there. So I am been suspended numerous times. And are you dating for 11? Nikki, you're not supposed to participate. You're supposed to just look and just point and laugh from your monitor. You're not supposed to participate. I don't participate in the group. I don't say nothing. I just look and laugh on my own. You're not supposed. I don't click thumb. I don't click no heart. I don't click no laughing emoji. I don't type reply. I don't do nothing but just watch. I know they are dumb. They are dumb, Nikki. They are. But I know you can't help yourself. And I get it. Because them are some dumbass women in there. All right. You know what I'm saying? That's the part of our vicarious fun tree. Oh, God, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I haven't been in that group in a long time, so I haven't I haven't been able to check it out. It's been months since I've been in there. Those groups don't show up for me anymore. I guess I need to start looking for them again. I also need to make some dating profiles so we can laugh and I know, Alexi. But Alexi, the link, if I'm not mistaken, I think the link to that group is still in the Discord. I do believe it's still in the Discord. I just haven't been in there in a long time. I haven't been, but when I joined, I was like, ha ha. Woo, girl, you had that on top of you? Ew. You had a baby by what? Ew.
Like, how do you think they were making money? They were already selling your data, number one. Like, use your brain. Honest to God. At some point, you have to take some smidgen of accountability. Like, damn, I really shouldn't have given this free app that I've never really heard of till recently all of my personal fucking information. Like, X sent me a message, and they were like, if you want to continue getting paid as an ex-partner, we need...
Thank you! And I said, no! You ain't getting my government ID. I don't need the little tiny checks. Well, they weren't tiny. Let me stop that. That's a cope. They weren't tiny, but they were nice checks. I was like, no, thank you. You ain't getting that. Uh-oh, he gonna probably say the same thing. Hold on.
That I've never really heard of till recently, all of my personal fucking information. Like, X sent me a message, and they were like, if you want to continue getting paid as an ex-partner, we need a copy of your driver's license or, like, your passport. I was like, then I ain't getting paid, I guess.
Yup, same here. That's what I did. I said, I'm not getting paid. And then they activated my subscribers. Y'all remember for several months I said, look, y'all remember this? Hey guys, don't click on this click on this pink button. You ain't gonna get I'm not gonna get the money, and I'm not gonna do nothing for you special. Don't click on this button. I'm not going to do nothing for you. I'm going to ignore you. Do not give these people no money because I'm not doing anything. So far, I'm so glad people finally listened to me. It took me 3 months to convince y'all. It took me 3 minutes to convince you, but you didn't click on it. You didn't subscribe because I said, do not subscribe. I ain't going to do shit for you. I'm not going to do that because I'm not because if you hit the subscribe button and subscribe, I got to submit my government ID just to get that $5. I ain't doing that shit. Fuck that. I'm not doing that. Why am I going to do that? I'm not doing nothing for no. Elon ain't getting nothing from me. Nada. Nothing. Nada. So, I ain't gonna lie. Those checks was nice, but nah, you ain't getting my ID, baby.
Yeah, I know you're getting a picture of shit. Meanwhile, these chicks ain't getting paid nothing to be on the T-app. Gave all the information.
True.
That's how women work. Now, if the T-app was about dudes, it'd be a whole different ball game. You could rip on them all day and night. Nobody care. But that's just the way it is.
Yeah,
if you
get over it. Okay, stop crying. Stop crying. Stop crying. Stop crying. All right, let's talk about that goddamn Candace Owens. Can we give it up to Nathan Milk Bar TV doing the Lord's work? So y'all remember when Jasmine was on the show last night with me, and she said, did you see that Candace is blaming Trump for not helping her with this lawsuit? And I was like, what? And y'all remember that happened? And she said, I'll send it to you. So shout out to my girl. Jasmine. She did send me the link. And I am blown away. I saw it and I was like, are you kidding me? So Candace is losing her mind because she knows she's going to lose that lawsuit that I said that she was going to lose. Again, I even saw Poetic Flacco, dumbass, try to get into politics. I wish these people who do entertainment news stay the hell out of politics. I really do. I don't know why they can get into politics. Okay? They don't know nothing. So, let's watch this. Again, I'm over Candace. I'm just going after people who've been supporting her all this time. Dumbasses.
The more that I think about it, the more upset.
Hold on. Uh-oh. Oh no, Donetsk. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I gotta see why Donetsk is trending. That's over there in Ukraine. Did that fall? What happened? Putin demand Ukraine neutrally, no NATO recognizing Russia control Crimea and Donetsk, Luhansk, and sanctions are serious on Russia's borders interests before withdrawing forces. Got it. Breaking. Zelensky said Ukraine refuses to withdraw its troops from Donetsk region according to Putin's Alaska plan. An emergency summit between Ukrainian, European, and U.S. representatives will now be held in London. Europe also doesn't accept Putin's Alaska plan. Well, then Putin don't need to come to Alaska.
Boom! Headshot!
Hold on, let me tell y'all why this is so important to me. Hold on.
More absurd it is.
Hold on. I normally don't talk about this, right? So listen, hear me out, right? Hear me out. Okay. Thanks, Sun Dormant. Thank you for taking out the trash. So let me tell you something. So, my boy Rawls said, breaking news, Trump just announced that Putin is going to meet him in Alaska. And I said, that can't be true. Why would Putin come to Alaska? Putin is supposed to be meeting Trump in the UAE, Abu Dhabi. I love saying Abu Dhabi. It's so fun to say in your mouth, right? So everybody was like, yo, Putin's coming to Alaska. So I started having a disagreement with a couple of guys on there. And one of them was very respectful and the other one was a POS. So the one that was respectful, I said, listen, I said, Trump is known to lie. Also, if you want to know about 4D chess, Putin is the one to be playing the 4D chess. I said, it's a little dangerous for him to come to Alaska. I just don't see him choosing that. Yeah, I know what y'all saying, but Alaska is not that far from Russia. That's true. But Alaska was once Russia. That is also true. But Russia is winning bigly in Ukraine. They don't need to make a damn deal, and they don't need to appeal to Trump. So I said, Putin ain't coming to Alaska. Now, it looks like I'm wrong. And I told the guy, the respectful guy, I said, if I'm wrong, I will sincerely apologize. I said, I'll apologize. But I said, one thing I've learned about Zelensky, the EU, Starmer, all these Macron, and most of all Trump, is that this is theater. This is kabuki theater. And I will not believe it until I literally see him on live news sitting with Trump and it's actually in Alaska. Until then, I don't believe it's going to happen. But let me just say this. My ego ain't in it. So therefore, I don't believe it's going to happen. But if it does happen, I will come to you and I will sincerely apologize. So the whole day today and yesterday, last night, it looked like that's all everybody keeps talking about. Putin coming to Alaska, Putin coming to Alaska. But nobody paying attention to Zelensky chimping out on Twitter. I'm not going to. Ukraine needs to go there and have the discussions about Ukraine. No one will discuss anything on our behalf, making Trump look like a damn idiot again. And by the way, I'm so over Trump. Trump wants that Nobel Peace Prize. I hope he does not get it. I do. I hope he doesn't get it. Because I'm so tired of his bullshit. I'm so tired of it. Anyway. So when I saw Donetsk trending, where is it? When I saw Donetsk Can you guys see what I'm seeing? Oh, you can't see what I'm seeing. Hold on a second. So when I saw Donetsk trending, I said, "Oh, that's one of the areas that Russia took over, and that in the agreement with Donald Trump, they have to agree to say, okay, you took it, so it's yours." And now for that to be trending makes me realize that there's a chance I'm going to end up being right. There's a chance I'm going to end up being right that that Putin ain't gonna come to Alaska because Zelensky and everybody else just chimping out about the deals that Trump's supposed to be making. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. This is something I can have a nice long talk on my political channel about tomorrow. Okay, now let's listen to stupid Candace. Started like chimping out about hold on, what is this? Candace Owens appears panicked as she calls the Macron's lawsuit a foreign invasion, begging for Trump and J.D. Vance to intervene. It's crazy that Trump has been silent on this matter. She also claims that Macron wants to impoverish her for speaking. Bitch, you are a multi-millionaire. How can he impoverish you? Candace and her husband, George Foreman, have a combined net worth of over 200. That's it? That's still a lot of money, though. Give me 200 million, though. Give me 200 million. I thought, oh, you know what? His dad is still alive. That's why. All right, here we go.
The more that I think about it, the more absurd it is. Now, the Trump administration, who purports to care about free speech, that was what they ran on. Of course, they're not doing any of that stuff anymore. They're creating DEI for Israel and pushing through laws to redefine anti-Semitism. But they pretended to care about free speech, and you had J.D. Vance, who went over there to Europe and gave a whole speech to...
Shut up. No, I didn't. Oh, yeah, Ron Paul is 90 years old. Good old Ron. Did she turn her back on Trump? She's always turned her back on Trump. Yeah, I just don't know because y'all not in politics. She turned her back on Trump back in 2020. Wait a minute. What was the election? Yeah, back in 2020. She turned her back on Trump back then. But y'all not in politics. That's why I don't expect y'all to know that. So I'm not mad that y'all don't know that.
Tisk to all of you European leaders that are no longer listening to what your constituents...
What the hell does she got on? What is this? She got a black Cinderella dress on. What is this velvet ensemble? What is... Who dressed Candace? Heifer, aren't you a multi-millionaire? Why are you dressed like this?
Want and are instead punishing them for their speech. If the majority of your constituents think something, you can't create laws and punish them. Like, right? That was kind of the gist of his speech. Like, the markets have decided what they want, and now you're punishing these people. That's crazy, he said. America's going to be a leader. We don't believe in this. We won't support this. Then you have a literal European leader that is basically saying F you to the American Constitution, right? Emmanuel Macron and Brigitte are saying, you know what? We don't like that podcaster in America. And we are going to launch a lawsuit that's never been launched before, an unprecedented lawsuit.
You wouldn't shut up because of all the power that the white Republicans gave you. You are untouchable. I'm the first to admit that. And your power and your influence have been amplified by their low IQ white audience. And that's how everybody worldwide got info on you in this when you're not even the originator of this story. You had actual French journalists and French gossip columnists who started this story many years ago, and they haven't even had a chance to get the story to spread outside of France. But you did. That's why they coming after you. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I said this before and I'll say it again. Candace is not worried about the money. Candace is worried about the reputation. Candace don't care about the money. Candace got money. She worried about the reputation. She's worried about how this is going to make her less credible. But she ain't never had no credibility with me or anyone who really know who she's all about. We already know that she's a piece of shit. So we know not to take her seriously. But I'm going to clown all the people, okay, except for Aksum. She basically got, I give her a pass because, you know, Candace is not her girl. So did you see that 8-part series though, Tree? Did you see the 8-part series though? That was so convincing. Did you see that? I don't need to see no damn 8-part series to know that that woman is a woman. Okay? Did you see the 8-part series though? It's the 8-part series. Did you see it? Oh, God. Okay, here we go.
To impoverish her for speaking. And both J.D. Vance and Trump have not issued a statement. In fact, where are the journalists even asking them to make a statement? Okay, a state leader is speaking about your constituent and launching a lawsuit and saying you're going to impoverish them for executing the First Amendment right. Where are you? If you are Trump, the first thing you should have done, if you purport to care about America and our Constitution, as you're supposed to be the person that's defending that day in and day out, you would come out and you would say, I don't even know whether I believe that she's a man or woman. Doesn't matter, right? I didn't watch the series. Fair. He didn't watch the series. He could even say, like he said to me on the phone, that I looked at her real close on the Eiffel Tower and it looked like a woman to me. Okay, you can say all those things, but you should say it's unacceptable.
Candace, you think, first of all, let me tell you about Trump. I know Candace and I know Trump. Trump is petty. Candace came out against Trump in 2020. She supported Viva La Vec or whatever you call it. She supported Gupta for president. That's who she supported. And Gupta was not going to win. And she went to my man, okay, Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis said, bitch, I know who you are. I don't play this damn race thing. I'm not going to cater to you because I don't care about catering to the black community, the Hispanic community. I'm not doing that race play thing. I don't believe in the whole DEI. I don't care about you being black. That means nothing to me. Also, you were gargling Trump's balls, so you can't be trusted. Move on to the next person. So Candace just did not support Trump at all. She didn't vote for him. She wasn't going to vote for him. And then when he came up for re-election in 2024, she still didn't vote for him. She still didn't support him. She said, I want you guys, if you want to support Trump, like when it was Trump, when it was definitely going to be Trump against Kamala, she was like, okay, well, if you guys can vote for him, you can, but I'm not going to vote for him. And I didn't vote for him because now don't get me wrong. Let me just say this. I am okay and very happy that Trump won. I didn't vote for him because I'm black. And I didn't want him bragging about the black vote. One of the things that disgusts me about Trump is his love for the community and how he loves to use statistics to show how much that black people love him, which is pathetic. And if anybody's been part of my political channel, you know that damn well. You know the one thing I said, I'm not voting for Trump because he's not going to get a black vote. I don't like being known as a black vote. I support him. I'll rally behind him. I would be like, yay, Trump. But you ain't, when it comes to voting, you ain't getting my vote because I don't want to be down there as a black vote. So as long as you keep reducing me to my skin color, I'm going to be like, okay, all right. Because let me tell you something. I didn't like it. You didn't, you know what I'm saying? When he did it on 2016, you know what I'm saying? Keep putting emphasis on how many black people has voted for him. I said, oh, I'll make sure I won't do that the next time. I did not like that.
I'm a leader of this country. It is unacceptable that this leader would threaten the First Amendment in any way. We don't need Pam Bondi rushing to issue a statement about a college male that's been shoved by a student for wearing an IDF shirt, okay? We don't need the federal government getting involved on something
that didn't happen, by the way.
So meaningless. But we might need our federal government when it comes to this, okay? The job of the federal government.
Why, Candace? Because you think you're that important? This is so great.
Is to defend us against foreign invaders. And I would pretty much say Emmanuel Macron right now is being a foreign invader. But no, they're silent.
How is he a foreign invader? This is a legal system. Everything's, first of all, it's not against the law for Macron to come to America and file a lawsuit, a credible lawsuit that you know that you're going to lose. And I don't want y'all to forget all the people that was like, oh no, Candace gonna win that lawsuit. Candace, now they shutting up, don't they? Ain't that right, BJ? Girl, you could be so good if you stay your ass out of damn if you can stay your ass out of politics. Okay, I want to root for you. I do. Just keep your ass out of
Anonymous
politics.
just tipped $5. I love the blacks. I love you, Tree. Candace is a heifer. Bridget is a pedo. Maigret, Palestine doesn't exist.
Who did that? Thank you, Anonymous. Who did that? Whoever did that, thank you for the $5, okay? Oh man, I'm like, give me a break, dude. Like y'all just sitting here and just, it's so pathetic. So it's like Candace, no Candace, who are you? Also, like I said, Trump is very petty. Trump is not going to forgive Candace for not being on his team back in 2020 and 2024. She didn't start being on his team. And not only that, but like myself, Trump is a Zionist. Why the hell would he support Candace? Candace, once you go anti-Semite, Candace, you about to feel it now. You about to feel it when you want to go against the Jews. Okay? You want to see when you go against the Jews.
Silent. And that's a pretty loud silence right now. Because like, if I remove myself out of the situation, it is crazy that Trump has been silent on this matter, especially after Emmanuel Macron flew and tried to get Trump to shut me up.
That didn't happen. I don't know why people keep believing that. That did not happen.
He knows what Emmanuel Macron is doing and how desperate he is to do it. So why is he allowing this attack on our speech?
Why would Macron fly all the way over here? Remember, she said Macron flew all the way from France, all the way over here, just to tell Trump to not talk to shut up Candace so that he can have negotiations with Putin. And this is how I tell people who don't know politics to stay out of it and shut the hell up. Because the reason why you know that's just trash is because Putin don't like Macron. Macron and Putin don't negotiate nothing. Macron has no negotiation power. We're going to negotiate what? He's not the speaker for NATO. He's not the speaker for the EU. He is not the spokesperson for Ukraine either. So what role does he have to talk to Putin? And why would Candace calling Macron's wife a man influence actual boots on the ground, weapons, and billions and billions and billions of dollars? Bitch, you are not that important. Oh my God.
It's crazy.
Okay.
The more that I think about it,
so this is what I'm saying. But people who don't know politics will listen to this, like, to believe that Macron would fly all the way from France to come to the White House. By the way, when did this happen? When did this happen, Candace? Because the last time Macron was over here, it was to talk about Ukraine. And it had nothing to do with you. So this is what I'm saying. But people are not into politics. Politics is a dirty game. It's a dirty place. It's just not good. And you gotta be like, it's so much going on that it's not interesting to most people. But I love it. It's very interesting to me. Okay? Why does Candace believe she can say anything with zero accountability? Because she can. I'm not gonna lie, she can. The bigotry of lower expectation is worse on the right than it is on the left, for the fact that we don't have that many blacks people, and when they get a black like Candace, she can do anything she wants and they will still keep her around because they need somebody black that they can relate to, and they can relate to Candace because Candace grew up in a white culture. She is, all you got to do, if you put Candace in Tommy Lauren's body, you wouldn't even have a difference. They talk the same, they act the same, everything the same. You know what I'm saying? So that's all that is. And who is gonna, first of all, once again, I know y'all don't know much about politics, but let me just educate you. This is why I don't like when people who are other YouTubers like BJ, like Poetic Flacco, like anybody who don't deal with politics need to shut the hell up and stay out of this lane. So, like I said, when it comes to Candace can say anything she wants. And on the right, it is a thing for us to accuse women we hate of being men. That's our thing. Okay? It's our thing. We've been doing that for a long time and we like it. And so, but Candace does it for a different reason. She literally hates trans people, men or women. She hates trans men. She hates trans women. So this is a jab at the trans community, which is fine. I don't care. But the thing about it is that this makes more money than the whole pedo thing. Let me explain to you why this makes more money than the pedo thing. It's because and this is just the truth, guys. I don't shoot the messenger. Women PDF files are not vilified like male PDF files. If Brigitte Macron was 14 years old and Macron was 40, when those two first hooked up sexually, oh my God. And then they get married later on in his late, I don't even know when they got married, but they get married later on. Do you understand what a scandal that is? But the reason why it's like a boring subject to talk about is because most people, particularly men, don't care about female PDF files. They just don't care. So even though I'm disgusted by it, y'all disgusted by it, it's not a big story. It's just not a big story. What's a bigger story, and that made her lots of money, Brigitte is really a man. Vivi tutu poo poo. Let me show you these pictures and let me alter them. Somebody did something. Hold on, I gotta show y'all something. Oh, hold on, let me say this first. Okay, so this is what I said. Let's follow the chain of events. Recorded an 8-part series claiming that Brigitte Macron is a man. Staked her reputation on it. Doubled down after getting sued. Admits that Brigitte is a woman but died young. Says her brother took her identity. Attacked Trump for not saving her. I'm done saying I told you so about this woman. Now I'm just going to attack all you dumb MFers who believe this bullshit in the first place. You people are the reason it's illegal to marry siblings, yet your parents did it anyway. That's why you're here as fans. As her fans, sorry. That's why you're here as her fans. And somebody did a picture of, oh no, wait, did I get it? Somebody, oh, let me do a refresh. Somebody did a picture of Candace and it looked like she has a bulge. Right here. You see what I'm saying? This is what my side does. Okay? This is what my side does. So you understand? You do it to her, it can be done to you. It can be done to you, Candace. Okay? So, yeah. And can I explain to y'all about the bulge if you see a bulge like that in women's underwear? Would y'all like me to explain what that is really about? Would y'all like me to explain? If you don't want me to explain, I won't tell it to you. But I can explain that. It's pretty easy. Okay, cause I can see. Not really. It's a tampon. If you're bleeding really heavy, you just got a thick tampon, not tampon, maxi pad there. And that, you know, sometimes it protrudes like that. Right? It's always down in that area where your panty line is. You know what I'm saying? Where your crotch area, where your panties are. That has happened to me. Thank God ain't no pictures of it. Okay. But I remember looking in the mirror and I had on these yellow pants and I was like, oh my God, my maxi pad is like poking through and I had to like adjust it a little bit. Doesn't happen to all women because some women don't have to use the super heavy duty one, right? Okay. Come on. You think Candace wears pads instead of tampons? If you are, no. That doesn't make sense. Hold on a second. Let me explain something to you. Because, Aksum, you're a biological woman just like I'm a biological woman. If you are a heavy bleeder, and I want you to sincerely answer this question. How many tampons do you think it's going to take to change? Come on, women. Y'all, those of you who are biological women, if you are bleeding heavy, how many times do you think it's going to take you to change your tampon? I'm going to walk y'all through this thing. I'm going to walk y'all through it. Now, if you don't bleed heavy, you're not going to understand this method of thinking. But those of us who bleed heavy or who have bled heavy, I just want to walk you through the whole, it's dumb to wear a tampon, okay? Maybe there you go. Those women who bleed heavy do not fuck with tampons because you have to change them every 30 to 40 minutes. Now, here's the thing. If you're out with the President of the United States, okay? If you're out with the President of the United States, are you going to put a tampon up your coochie when you got to be on the floor for 4 hours? Or are you going to wear 2 to 3 Tampax or maxi pads? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, God, man. I can't believe I got to break this down how your anatomy works. There are women who bleed a lot. And even if you don't bleed a lot, even if you bleed moderately heavy, you don't have time to keep running to the damn bathroom every 30, 40 minutes to change a goddamn tampon. That's why I say I'm speaking from experience. I'm like you, MJ. When it's heavy, my heavy days, I don't stick no tampon up my coochie. Why would she think it's beneath her? Would she think bleeding through her clothes is on her level? First of all, wearing pants. Oxum, go sit down, girl. Or go drink some smart water. Do you think wearing pads is for poor people? I mean, sorry, poor women? Wait a minute. How did tampons get classified with your income and class status? Tampon and pads have nothing to do with your status. It has everything to do with your flow. You can wear, yes, honey, you can put two maxi pads on your panty liner and put them on. Or you can put them one on top of the other so that they don't go. No, I don't think that Candace does. Candace doesn't. No, you think Candace thinks that. That's just dumb. You think Candace thinks that. That's just dumb. That's just dumb. You are literally thinking that she thinks that. Where you get that from? You think Kim Kardashian doesn't wear maxi pads if she bleeds heavy? I heard she got her tubes tied or something like that. So she, after having them babies, she made sure she didn't have no kids. But you act like multi-millionaire or billionaire women don't wear maxi pads. I don't understand this. Why do you equate maxi pads to low class or low tier? It has nothing to do with money. It has everything to do with how much you bleed. Some women bleed very heavy. Also, you think it's beneath her to have clots? You think this woman is not passing any clots? You think the clots are beneath her too? That only pads can catch? Come on now, dude. Awesome girl. Come on, man. No. That's just dumb. You really should get punished for that. It's tampons and maxi pads have nothing to do with status or class and anything. It has everything to do with your flow. And if you're going to be somewhere where you're not going to have access to the bathroom, then you just put multiple pads on your panty liner, on your panty, the center of your panty. Yeah, your panty liner. That's what that is. I don't know any woman that prefer Tampax over pads on her. MJ, none of us do. We don't prefer no damn tampon over maxi pad because you're going to be going back and forth. Even if you use heavy duty, right? Even if you use heavy duty. Now, I will say this. I have done this. I have used a don't do this, ladies, okay? But I had to do this because there was no way I was going to have time to change. But I had only one pad. So what I did was I used a tampon in addition to the pad so that it would not soak up the pad as heavy and as quickly. And about time I was able to get to a location to buy more maxi pads, when I got home, it was just in time to put it in there. Menstrual cups are not going to hold menstrual cups are never, ever hold no heavy bleeding. Menstrual cups and the goddess cups are just a waste of damn time for any woman. Unless you want to keep going back and forth to the bathroom and dumping that cup up, it's going to waste your damn time. You have done that too, Kiwi? Yeah. So, Aksum never bled heavy. God bless her for that, but she can't relate. Because she's asking questions. The question she's asking made me realize she doesn't know how it is to have a heavy flow. Which is good on her. But for those of us who have heavy periods, we understand the pains of not having and always having to prepare. And you got to make sure that, you be careful where you're going and what you're wearing so you don't soak through your clothes. So there's that. But that's what happens if you are bleeding heavy or you're going to be speaking. Okay, I emphasize mine is pretty like, well, then go sit your ass in a corner. You can't get into this conversation. That's why you keep asking these crazy ass questions. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, it's obvious now. All right, so that's what I'm saying. If women who bleed heavy it's stupid for them to use tampons unless they basically trying to do the technique I talked about. The technique I talked about where you got to get more maxi pads, but you got to like make the flow like slow. Then you use both, but you still have a pad in between your legs. So this happens a lot. This happens when you have heavy days and you're going to be on the floor and you have to basically you don't have access to the bathroom, like you normally would if you're at home. So you put on a pad, or you double pad it, or you single pad it and put a super tampon on. It just depends. Well, tampons are also don't catch clots either. No, they don't. That's what I'm saying. The pads do that. The pads catch the clots. That's what I'm saying. Like, people who only bleed heavy will only understand what I'm saying. If you never pass clots, if you never bleed heavy, you are not going to relate and you're not going to understand anything I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. So I believe Candace is probably doing that. I believe that. I believe that this bulge right here is because of the way it's sticking out right here. Right here is her panty liner. So I believe she got this big bulky pad, and the way she's sitting there just sticking out right there. That has happened to me. That's why I say I can relate. I said, okay, that has happened to me before. And I was able to, stick it in. So it wasn't obvious. And thank God I got a big ass because you couldn't see it from behind. Okay. All right. Here's the last video where Candace is preparing to lose. Once again, I love being right, dude. I love when people who don't know shit about Candace, like I said, I want to like BJ, but that really pissed me off when that stupid bitch sit up here and say, yes, and you cannot basically violate someone's free speech. Like, are you, what? What the hell are you talking about? Shut up. I expect Poetic Flacco to be stupid because, well, he's Poetic Flacco, okay? Okay, how does Point and Shoot pronounce his name? Chala. Yeah, I expect Chala to say stupid shit, right? I expect Chala to say stuff, right? But not no BJ. Somebody who investigates and actually investigates in her daggone title of her YouTube video. Like, bitch, sit down. What the hell you doing? You don't know what the fuck you talking about. And look, now you got egg on your face because now this bitch realized, when I say this bitch, I'm talking about Candace, realized she gonna lose. She realized she gonna lose. Because had y'all listened to me when I said Brigitte Macron can easily prove she's a woman with a gynecologist. That's just easy. Candace Owens appears prepared to lose her Macron defamation case and is already blaming it on the Jews, of course. The courts can't just do what they want, while hilariously casting herself as a martyr for truth. Give me a damn break, dude. She repeats false claims about Leo Frank as she rants about the Jews being in court.
BM writes, Candace, have you considered the possibility of evidence being faked to win the case? It would not be surprising. How do you plan?
How can you fake a doctor? How can you fake a doctor? You're going to have to get his credentials. He's going to have to show a pap smear. Like, this is what I'm saying. The inbreds that listen to Candace, These are the people that I don't like. These are the people that I go after all the damn time.
Plan to combat this. Look, all I can do is pray, right? We can't combat corruption of the courts. We understand that. Everything we cover on this show, we've been speaking about the corruption of the courts. Even when you're somebody who gives your entire life, as Harvey Weinstein did to the ADL, you can get taken out in a moment's notice. I'm still interested in who Harvey Weinstein picked.
He actually said it was the Saudis and Qataris. There's a video of him literally saying it's the Saudis and Qataris, but Candace wants to blame the Jews. You should have saw her face when he said, well, I think it's the Qataris. You know, say, oh, she thought he was going to say the Jews. And by the way, imagine trying to whitewash, daggone it, what she said, what is this name?
You can get taken out in a
Weinstein. Imagine trying to whitewash Weinstein. This woman.
Moment's notice. I'm still interested in who Harvey Weinstein pissed off, because it was definitely somebody. He was the kind of guy who went there with powerful people. So I'm imagining, like, if Harvey Weinstein, look at that case, you're like, what happened here? The courts can just do whatever they want. It's true.
They can't do whatever they want. They can't do whatever they want. You're just making shit up. So you're saying that our court system is illegal? Then if that was the case, Candace, how did you win your court case to get $37,000? Oh yeah, you might be right. It is illegal because that was not a racial case. It's a good thing that your white school settled out of court.
Of course, I understand that. And I'm not someone who gives tons of money to the ADL. In fact, I'm somebody that's on the ADL's list, and I'm talking about the stuff that the ADL has covered up, the stuff that they've lied about, their origin story, which
I want y'all to understand. She's so Jew-brained, hatred for Jews, that she's literally blaming the fact that she's going to lose a case in Delaware. Jews ain't in no Delaware, by the way. But she's going to blame the fact that she's going to lose her case in Delaware or the Jews. What? Where's her husband at with all of these high-class friends of his to help her out? Her husband has no power in America. Her husband has power in the EU. Actually, let me take that back. Her husband has power in Britain. Well, certain area of Britain. Her husband don't really have that type of power. Remember, he's best friends with Andrew Tate.
is a story about gangsters in America that wanted to pretend that they were establishing the Anti-Defamation League because their theory is you accuse other guys of exactly what you're doing. They defame people. So they call themselves the Anti-Defamation League. And that story is crazy, that they defended Leo Frank, who murdered a Catholic girl, a young Catholic girl. It's so crazy that that's how they started their entire organization. And they are still trying to sanitize Leo Frank and pretending that it was an...
You are trying to sanitize Harvey Weinstein. This is the fact that her audience can't hear this is amazing. That's what I say. They're like, Candace, good. Black woman, good. She is good.
Issue where it was just, anti-Semitism. He's a very powerful guy, Leo Frank. Anti-Semitism is not what happened. He murdered someone. And that person's name is Mary Fagan. He married young. He killed young Mary Fagan, and he was a creep, and he was gross. So, yeah, I say these things to tell the truth, and I obviously have become a target, but the only way you can combat it is through prayer. And I also think...
she's an atheist. She doesn't believe in none of this. This woman doesn't pray. Her husband is also an atheist. Like, all of this, like I said, I did not mean to offend any Christians, but you guys are gullible. You fall for anybody who sit up here and say, I'm with Jesus now. Glory, hallelujah.
Publicity, like me showing everybody in the world what is happening. The whole world is gratefully paying attention to this case. And so
yeah, because they're watching you lose. That's why you're panicking. That's why you keep downgrading about calling her, oh yeah, she's definitely born a man. The last time I showed a video, you said she was born a woman, but she died and her brother took her identity. you keep reframing your original point, which makes you a fraud.
Going to discuss every element of it. I'm passionate about this case because it's just a scary idea that an entire state can collude with the media to hide something this big, right?
Hide what?
It's totally demented, and somebody has to have the courage to bring these cases to the forefront.
What are you talking about?
BM.
Bring what cases? I don't even know what she's talking about now. She's stupid. She was like, why isn't Trump saying anything? And it's like, I wish they bring some cases to the forefront. Like, what is she talking about? I really don't even understand what she's talking about. I really don't understand. I can't even tell you. All right, last but not least, y'all. Xena beat the shit out of Merc, and it was funny. And this just goes to show y'all that your height means nothing. I don't know how many times I keep trying to tell short girls, and y'all, I got a lot of short girls in here, to stop pretending that your height prevents you from fighting and defending yourself. Okay? So Xena is very short. Xena is 4 foot, I want to say, she's 5 foot or 5'1". Xena is not tall at all. She is short, very short. Merc is 6'1". Let me repeat that again. Okay? Xena is 5 or 5'1". Merc is 6'1". And Xena went in there, and I just want to show it to you. I just want to show you what happened. I just want to show you how this came about.
And he's in there. You want to go?
So Merc is in Shuvi's room. Shuvi is the so-called ex-boyfriend. Oh, hold on. Maybe it was here, right here. Shuvi is the ex-boyfriend of Xena, I guess. I don't know if they're still together or not.
Before getting into the video, there wasn't much footage of the two cats getting into it. The streamers were smart enough to not film it all, and what was filmed I had to cover. I also had to mute certain words a lot, because I don't have the time to wait for YouTube to manually review this video. If you don't like muting and covering, don't watch the video. Thank you.
Bro, I was trying to defend her, dog. Who went in there?
She just went in Shuvi's room.
This is Shuvi's room?
Yeah. And he's in there.
You want to go?
I'm down.
Come on.
Can you not lay on my bed?
Yo. Hi.
Oh, hell no.
Oh my God.
Mark, are you serious?
W.
You're already cheating on me?
W.
Mark, what the is wrong with you? I thought we were having
mattress on the floor. Mattress on the floor. Mattress on the floor, dude. Okay.
a good date.
This is gonna get clipped out of context. I didn't do shit. You just called in my bed, bro.
Mark, how could you do that?
Bed, bro.
Were you pegged?
Okay. Here comes Xena. I wish I could show you. I'm so glad he basically is editing this. Okay, here we go.
Bed, bro.
Were you pegged?
You were.
Okay, so Xena grabbed the top of her head and started punching her in the freaking face. Merc didn't do nothing. Merc just sat there. Are they gonna show some more?
Were you enjoy it?
You what?
Yep. Oh my God, I love it. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Xena, I love it. Let me go.
So she keep getting hit in the face on something. I love it. Oh yeah, I love it.
Let me go. Yep. Xena, yeah. Oh my God. Beat my ass. Xena, beat my ass. Let me go. Yep.
So those hits you hear, and it's her hitting her. I saw the video of the actual fight, but of course we can't play it here on YouTube.
Yep. Shoot me. Come on. Yep. Stop. Yep.
Yo! Stop.
Yep.
Now, mind you, I want you to understand that the whole time Merc is saying, yup, Merc is not defending herself. Merc is not covering up her head. Merc is not trying to get away. Merc is literally laying there, trying to tell her to stop. And Xena is wailing on top of her head. She don't hit the body. She don't hit anything. She just keep fucking up her head. It is awesome. I was like, now the only reason, let's be truth be told, you only beat her ass because she doesn't fight back. But am I going to say that Xena, if Merc could fight, could she beat Xena? No, right? I'm just going to be honest. Merc could not beat Xena, right? Because Merc is skinny and she ain't got no fight in her, right? So if you hear, I'm gonna stop laughing. I want you to hear the punch to her head. So when you hear her go, yep, you gonna hear. That's Xena wailing on her head because she got one hand full of hair in the left hand. Xena left hand got Merc's hair controlling her head, and the right hand is just punching her in the face over and over and over and over again.
Yep.
Stop.
Yep.
Yo! Stop.
Yep. All right. Yep. I got what I wanted.
So they separated Xena. They got Xena off of her finally.
I got what I wanted. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I did want some more too, right?
What?
So Merc go out there and say, I got what you wanted. So Merc tried to call the police. Xena goes back, chase her in the room again, grab her by her hair, pull her back down, and start beating her again. It was so funny, dude. It was so funny. What's on, dude?
I got what I wanted. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I did want some more too, right?
What?
Chill.
Why you running? Grab two. You weak pussy.
Stop.
People. Get the
Stop. Xena, let go. Stop.
And Merc just doesn't fight back. She doesn't fight back. She just lays there and take it, dude. She doesn't fight back at all.
Attacked by a woman with a felony. Yep. 134.
A woman with a felony?
I was just attacked by a woman.
Yep. Let's go.
I need the cops at 134.
Mark, are you okay?
Yep.
Mark.
No.
Mark,
Yep.
are you good?
Can we get the cops? Yep. She's still attacking me.
Don't shoot me.
I said I want more. Back.
Chill.
Want to test my patience.
Please, chill.
What is wrong? Get her out the room now. Drag her in the other room. I'm a off.
Stop.
Oh, no. Just leave. You don't want me in trouble. Trust me. Just go.
You should leave.
He's about to wake up, though.
You should leave.
No.
You should leave.
No, I want more. I want more. We don't need gloves. I want more.
Crazy.
Watch out, Sean.
No, I gotta talk to her.
Yep.
Are you good?
Yeah, she's leaving, I think.
okay?
Is she leaving?
No, don't get close to her. Stop, stop, stop. Stay inside. Can't get
She's
close to her.
leaving.
Stop. Yeah,
What's her name? What did she do?
was I mistaken?
She just like gave her a hug. That was all.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, okay, Shuby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the cops will be
okay.
here and I'll show them my wounds. No? Let me out. The cops are on the way. I don't. What?
I'll
is she
get
in
him.
the
I'll
vehicle?
get him.
Stop.
She's coming back? She's
Get him.
coming back.
Stop.
Stop. No.
Stop.
Stop.
I need the cops here immediately.
Bro, why are you still here?
I didn't drive here. What do you think?
Get an Uber.
No, I don't.
You're still free to leave.
If you stay, you will get in trouble. Just leave.
I'll get in trouble regardless. Don't you realize I'm gonna get in trouble regardless?
I did.
You did what?
Nothing.
Stop filming me, Sean.
Why?
Because I told you before I came.
I did not. Also, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I didn't know what.
Yes, there's a girl in the dog cage. She wants to be there. She's a puppy.
What?
He already told me.
Hi.
Is there a lady here with an orange jersey on, maybe?
Oh, I don't know with the orange jersey on, but there's a.
No. No. Has anybody been screaming?
I mean, there's like a. I guess, but I think it was kind of playful.
Alright, man, where did that come from?
I don't know if it was playful, but I didn't actually know.
Are there any ladies here tonight?
Oh, yeah, there's a woman right here.
Hello?
Hi.
You didn't happen to call 911?
I was the one who called that.
Oh, okay. So what happened?
So I was.
Can y'all just step on the side, please? Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm just recording for
No,
protection.
I don't want to be. I don't want to be recorded.
Oh, okay.
Bye. Yeah. Bye.
Sorry, sir. I don't mean to interrupt, but are we not allowed to walk on our property?
No, you absolutely are. But
Okay.
I'd like to talk to this lady.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable because that's his girlfriend.
Well, I'm actually staying at this house. She's not, so just for my own protection, I'm just gonna record on this property. Thank you.
Look what you did.
The I do.
Stopped her.
I just simply existed, bro.
Okay. All right. So I want to see are they going to show Xena at her room or whatever? Oh, here we go. I do want to see this part right here.
Me?
She called first, so I just did it. I just did it back.
She didn't call because of you, though. She called because of Xena.
I know, but she tried to pin it on us. I don't give a. We can go charge for charge.
All I'm gonna say is the only people that were involved tonight were me, he. That's it. Anybody else not involved?
She's saying Xena's real name. That's why it's being muted.
My charges are against Amaris. Shuvi or Sean is pressing assault charges against me.
Essay.
Okay. Good luck. Sorry, I got my ass beat tonight. My head's a little foggy.
You think? You think? I swear to God, like Merc should have went to the hospital. The way Xena was like pounding on her head, like, and the fact that Merc wasn't fighting back. I've seen situations where women get beat up and just don't fight back. They just take the beatings from other women. It's rare, but I see it and I go, girl, at least cover your head. If you're not gonna fight back, at least cover your head.
My head's a little foggy. Yeah. Nobody else was involved. D-Tan had nothing to do with it. Squeeze had nothing to do with it. The only people involved were 3 people. There was talk that I threw in. I have disproved that already. Hold on. This was the object that was thrown. It was a paddle at 9 a.m.
Yeah, but you can't throw. Yeah, so they're trying to. The whole BDSM thing is a long story. By the way, I'm the responsible for this. But You can't. You still assaulted him, so you threw that at him. You can't do that.
Tomorrow I have to go to Justice of the Peace to file a restraining order. I have evidence against her, so we will be getting a restraining order. It really upsets me that it had to be like this, because I don't think it should have gotten violent. It's really unfortunate because, you know, I really just wanted to create content, and
Well,
I really wanted to be
talking
friends
about? Content was created. What are you talking about?
with her. I thought that everything that was going on between us was scripted, but I guess tonight was not scripted because she assaulted me. So it's really unfortunate. I'm sorry that
Let me just say this. Merc is so full of shit. Xena does not like Merc in real life. Like, Xena does not like Merc. So this whole thing about Merc saying, I thought everything was doing scripted. Xena has never done anything scripted with Merc. Now, the script, things being scripted between Darius and Merc, sure. Things being scripted against Shubi and Xena, yes, but not Merc and Xena. That's like saying if me and Candace was to meet and we get into it, somebody like, oh my God, I thought it was scripted. I thought like Candace would really be for scripting, you know what I'm saying? I didn't think she would be like really hate tree. I'm like, where would you get that from? Like, Candace hates me. Like, what are you talking about? Why would she do something scripted?
felt that you had to get aggressive. It's unfortunate, but you know, I don't like being attacked. I don't think it's okay.
Yeah, true.
So we will take the proper steps to bring those who attacked me to justice.
But Merc spit on these guys, and they're not going to file charges against her. So Shubi should have filed charges against her. All right, there, chat. I did not mean to go this long. I don't. I did not mean to go this long. You know what I'm saying? But jeez. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna do a cool down, chat. So let's do a cool down here for a second. Did that? Hold on. Did that? Okay, that was like that. Okay, got it. So yeah, another 2 hour and 20 something minute. Thanks, that Shizzle show. Damn. When has Merc not talked about her ass? True, Jols. True. So I think Merc did file the warrant today, I think. But I don't think Nina has been arrested or charged or something like that. I have to go check with JS. But I don't have time to check with JS. I really gotta... Oh, God, dude. My time. I mean, my time. It's just, oh my God. I don't know what to do about this. But anyway. All right, guys. So there's that. It's awesome. Love 2 hours. Well, of course you would love it, Nina. You and Morgan. I don't like 2 hour streams. It was 2 hours. Let me tell you the exact time. 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 27 seconds. Too long. Too long. Anyway, I will be leaving now. Those of you who are on my political channel, I will see you tomorrow. And with that being said, no, we had fun though. I admit we had some fun today, as always. I love you guys. So we will see each other whenever I feel like making videos. I don't know. I just got other shit I want to do first, okay? Love ya, mean it.